Hello everyone, Ravid here from Paldi Solutions. Today I'm going to review with you our latest widget called Date Range Filter. And as you probably guessed from its name, it's around dates and ranges of dates. It's a fairly cool one. It offers a lot of features, very handy features, and we'll review a few of them here and how to operate it. So in its basis, it offers like a drop down with several date ranges that you can offer your users. The designer can define on its own any type of date range, of relative date range that they would want to plot here. And when the user switch between them, it will update the dates and the filter of the dashboard. So let's say we'll do last month. As you can see, the date here got changed, the dates here got changed, and it can work with any type of periods, obviously like last year even, and things like that. And here as well, my dates got changed. After the user changes their date range, they can actually go ahead and customize it, so and change the dates that they want. And so they can start with a relative date range and then make it more accurate to their needs if they need to. And the navigation between different dates is very convenient. You can easily navigate between different years, different months, different quarters, and etc. Just to the right thing you want to define and things like that. And as you notice, like if a user is trying to define a range that is not legal, it will revert back to a legal range and things like that. Very simple to use, very simple to operate, and we'll show you now how to actually define all of those. But before I do that, I just want to show you one last feature around it, which is the ability to define default filters, because it's very useful that every time that a user gets into a dashboard, plays around with ranges, and then leave it with the last range that it used, next time that the user will get to the dashboard, you want him to get the default, like last 7 days or last 2 weeks or something like that. So at the moment, this is the default for this one is set to last quarter, and if I will refresh the page, then you'll see that the filter will get reset back to last quarter. And this will be applied to any viewer that will enter to the dashboard. So let's see this in action. And as you can see, got to this quarter in the filter as well. So how to operate it, let's see it from the designer perspective. I will duplicate this dashboard and I will delete this filter beforehand. Let's also get the styling back. Back in place. And now we'll add a new widget. When you're adding a new widget, you'll have a new widget type named date range filters, advanced date range filter. And in the advanced date range, the first thing you need to do is to define the filter that is used in the dashboard, which is new date in my case. And once you do that, you will have these drop downs in here. An important note at this stage, make sure that the date filter is defined in the dashboard before you generate the widget, because otherwise you'll see an error message that says that the widget can't find the mapped filter. So this is a small tip. So once you started with that, you notice that you have different things in here. So I will wait for a second with it, click apply. Let's move it just to the top to arrange it a little bit. And like this. Good, now I have my widget. Now, if I go to the filter, let's say I want to add last 7 days or last 10 days or something like that. So you go to time frame, and this is the normal filter here. And you choose what you want. Then you go to advanced. And in the advanced, you have a fairly simple JSON that defines what the exact date filter that you'd like to apply. So if I copy it and go into my widget, here I can paste it, and I will plot last 7 days, and I will choose dates, and now I have last 7 days, and notice that I have it in here. Now you can define anything you like. So if you want last 21 days, for example, or last 10 days, let's make something that is not a full week. Last 10 days. And again, you define days, and here you go, you have this one. And this is applied, so if I want, I don't know, last 2 months, for example, then you set last 2 months in here, and you select months this time, click save, and you have last 2 months. Now let's click apply for a second to see how it looks like in the dashboard and to make sure that it works. So I don't have data for last 7 days, but I do have for last 10 days. It's one data point. And you see now it works with last 10 days. I can switch to last 2 months, and I will have last 2 months, all same ranges like I wanted before. Now, if you want to define one of those as your default for the dashboard, let's say I want to say like this month should always be the default. So I will do 1 month and etc. and hit save. And now, in order to make this month as my default selection, I need to simply click on it, and now I will have the default stamp in here. And if I will click apply, now I'm currently at last 2 months. If I will refresh my dashboard, I will get to this month as my default selection. Here you go, it got reset to this month. And the last thing I would like to show you around this widget is the show filters list. Because sometimes you only want to use the filters list just to define your default value, and you don't really want it to be shown to the user because you only have one selection of it or something like that. So if you'll toggle this button, it will simply hide that, and so your users will see only the date range and will be able to play around only with the date range. So as you can see, there are many things that you can do with this widget, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Cheers.